It's a young guy, but when you look at that roster, obviously you've got Aaron. Used to have Redstink there as the older, you know, the players you'd look up to if you're the younger talents like Dancies and whatnot. But then again, obviously taking a time out, go to uni, came back, and he's still firing on all cylinders. Anyway, though, we'll be going into Cobblestone Method versus EnVyUs, and this was the exact same map we saw last week where the aforementioned EnVyUs side managed to have a huge upset and surprise the, well, EnVyUs Academy, basically. And the thing is as well, it was EnVyUs CT side, if you remember, they were 11-0 up, and it was still a close game because they let us slip on their T side. Let's see if Method can try and match, not match EnVyUs, but do something a bit better. Start off hard and fast.
Yeah, start off strong with an aggressive burst. That's going to be the order of the day. Lambert trying to reposition as well. Crucial was hot on his tail. They're constantly around the world, though, Snods.
Yeah, so obviously, if they want to go back towards A, there's going to be rotations from the CT side when you take that much extra time going up and checking long. Now they're going back through middle.
Tour de Cobble, as they want to try and see what they can achieve here. They're onto the bit where you get on the bikes for a little while.
Pretty sure it's always on the bikes for a little while.
Oh yeah, it might be actually.
Yeah, you're thinking of a...
triathlon.
Yeah.
It's 3 different things.
Exactly.
Swimming, running, and biking. Method, though, making their play towards B. First letter of B, first letter of biking.
Brilliant. And first letter, brilliant. There you go.
Bringing it all back around.
Exactly.
Swings and roundabouts, of course. Minute left on the clock as they are going to try and go for this play in towards the B bomb site. They have a fair bit of utility as well, actually on Pulse, interestingly.
Usually we're seeing in this Union take the mantle of the utility player. And when Flash comes up, Jackson's blind, but still missing.
Yeah, missing all of these shots. He does finally get an opportunity to take down Surreal there, but they get into a prime time angle. They can burst away. Are they going to clear this? They need to find Hadji, or he can backstab. Awkward stuff. Takes down Ozinia. That's the bomb drop. Hadji with a double kill. Lambert as well gets one. This pistol round is going south. Jenko barely redeems it as he will find that frag. Grabs the bomb as well, but look how low they are.
30 seconds left. Both these players here towards B. VKL and Lambert now, they spot out one player. VKL dig now towards Rock.
Oh, getting tagged down. VKL will strike against Jenko. It's all on Surreal. He can be an absolute pistol king, but not tonight. He is going to fall short. EnVyUs get the opening pistol with 2 and 5 HP remaining. How have they managed to get through and win that one?
The issue is, right, obviously there's a massive upset last week where EnVyUs managed to tackle EnVyUs. The problem is they started off with an 11-round advantage, and then they started to let it slip. Yeah. If you're Method right now and you are potentially the underdogs in terms of last season's standings, well, I know it's a different lineup, but you know, you're thinking about the potential these teams have shown already. For EnVyUs, it feels like the only time they're going to lose matches is where they are down, like versus Reason Gaming 8-2 at the start, versus EnVyUs 11-0. If they get off to a fast lead here, win the pistol, win the first buy round, I don't really feel like they're a team that lets go of that momentum.
No, it's true. They need that early burst as well on the side of Method. They're going to try and go for that drop-down play, though. Pettyscale is there. He does immediately back off as he doesn't want to run the risk, so he gives them that drop-down control, and they just want to try and play for the choke points, but the awkwardness will eventually adjust itself and work in their favor. They are finding the kills as they should be. VKL have a beautiful double as well, so it's all on Jenko and Surreal now.
Smoke comes out towards Electric once more. 5 vs 2. 5 players alive still for EnVyUs, as they want to have all their players alive, so they don't have to drop players, rebuy armor, rebuy utility. They want to keep their money afloat. 2, actually 3 things have come out so far from the T side, but no kills just yet.
Just spamming in there. Surreal on 11 HP. If they can try and find a kill with the SMG, it'd be optimal, and they do. The MP9 will come in strong there as another frag is picked up.
2-0. Don't believe the bomb was planted. There's probably going to be a full eco now from the side of Method. We saw last week as well, Surreal, the play on the right of your screens there, was really wearing his heart on his sleeve when he was playing. Every round they lost, there was a sigh. Yeah. You saw his body language shift. And if you remember, they lost that eco as well when it was like 14-11 or something, when he pushed away from the chair, almost put his headset down. He was so upset when they lose. This is the thing, with these players, they put in all their time and effort, hundreds of hours, well, 100 hours probably in 2 weeks, 50 hours a week they put into this, so that's why it means so much to them, as it is essentially their life. Anyway, give me the full eco coming from Method, as there's going to be a few upgraded pistols here and there, but still a very likely round for EnVyUs, and their goal is to have 4 or 5 alive. You guys already know the drill, stack up the money.
Jenko getting tagged down early though, as VKL will just spam away with the M4 here, seeing if he can connect any shots coming towards the A bomb site as they are setting themselves up, obviously just looking like they want to go for the burst. There's no utility, so they can't try and smoke anything off. Really, this is just one of those rounds they want to try and get over with and then get back into the action on the next one.
Ooh, spicy. Crucial, we'll find the kill the Glock eventually, and now is their chance.
Thing is that they're running past this smoke and Lambert's waiting on the other side. He's got the MP7. This is probably the best weapon and the best position he could be in for a push like this. He can just rip his way through them and get a ridiculous amount of cash. Surreal, though, if he tries to play around the time, could get a nice little frag off on towards Jax if he's lucky.
Still no man advantage for Method if they slow this one down. No deagles. I'd love to have 2 or 3 deagles just to hold these angles, try and get those initial headshots. And let's go from behind, we'll find one. And actually does get a second hit, those Jacks that chimes in.
Oh, how's he stay alive there as well? Very awkward stuff as they were taking fights from multiple angles at once, but they still come out on top. They lock it down, and they get through in a very effective manner.
Could have been a lot worse there for EnVyUs, especially after losing their first player.
Yeah.
Luckily for the French side, there were no deagles on the side of Method. Obviously, suddenly that adds a new element into the game, having those one-shot, headshot weapons. Nevertheless, they're round number 4. 3-0 in favor of the French side, as EnVyUs have taken the early lead. And they're not like a team that gives it away for free as well. They're probably going to keep the momentum throughout the first half here. Let's see if Method, though, can try and span the works here and try and match it. Or onto Crucial. And here's a smoke as well. It's going to be the SMGs carried forward as well into this first buy round. You can see a MP9 onto Hadji and the MP7 onto Lambert. And they're both going to be, well, one of the SMGs is going to be playing close towards the boosted area towards long.
Warpy coming around for Crucial, but no one is going to be there for him to take down just yet as he does face the angle. Obviously, they make their play through as well. Jenko going to lead the charge with a rifle. Waiting from on the other edge is Lambert. They have that support with VKL as well. They're hoping to try and face first. Crucial does go for the initial peek, but doesn't get it. Lambert has actually smoked down as well. Oh no, there's the smoke from VKL, so they might not clear the angle if they're not ready for this. They do spot it. Nice jump shot from Jenko. Crucial takes down VKL.
My goodness. The stars have aligned for the Method side as Pettis go close towards middle. Cyril doesn't expect a third player to be towards the A side. Goes to the smoke, might even get a second.
Ooh.
But eventually he'll be traded out 4 versus 2.
Yeah, you thought you might have done an awful lot of damage there as Pettiscale bounced straight through. Pulse, I didn't expect him to be ready for that, but he was. This retake, though, vastly outnumbered as they're going to have to go for this one. No real utility as well, but Jax is getting the initial frags and the dink on Neil. Neil is so low, he could take him down in an instant.
Do they still go for this? Or will they play for Rex's try? Weaken the economy from Method. They've jumped out balcony now as well, so they are committed to this one, Jack.
Pushing their way through. Jack's still going for the spam, but he adjusts his cross at the wrong time. The famous Hadji with his MP9, the weapon he always somehow manages to make these star plays with. He is going to try and second-guess himself a little bit, though, as time's ticking away. Realizes that he's probably left it too late. Will go down. Jenko gets the frag. A nice round from Method, but a costly one at that.
Thing is as well, how often are we going to see a jumping headshot from Jenko?
Yeah.
A kill through the smoke from Crucial as well at the exact same time, completely opening up that A side. So, 3-1. You can hear there as well from the IGL. Going to be the default from the side of Method. So, how are they going to structure this? Which side of the map's going to get aggressive? How are they going to play towards B? Seems like Pulse is going there alone right now. Putting his smoke off all off, as in the B platform. Molly outstairs, flash over as well. Try and not sell a fake, but the idea is show presence. So he has done just that. You can see he's used his grenades to try and fake that there's more players there than there really is.
Crucial going for the contact face here as Lambert holds the angle. It's going to be the battle of the Orps. Who will be faster in this scenario? The flashbang goes over and does actually force him to run back. He didn't want to run the risk of taking that duel.
1 minute 20. If you remember as well, EnVyUs, when they're trying to counter EnVyUs when they were on the T side, they struggled so much in taking this A side versus Lambert. I remember speaking to them afterwards, they were so confused as to why it was so difficult. He was playing it alone or with one other player. He always plays towards A long, but somehow, some way, it was always such a hard task for them to tackle.
Lambert just waiting for them to try and push around. Obviously has the smoke to play with. The smoke will go down to waste a lot of time. It can be very effective, obviously, as they have to try and take the Matrix control now. Burns through so much of the clock, it's way too risky to push through.
Jax has peeked towards B platform. That smoke has now anticipated from Pulse. They know exactly what's going on. The rotation comes in as well from Pettiscale. It's going to be 3 players once again towards the A site from EnVyUs. Actually, Pettiscale is a little bit more tentative. But you've got aggression towards Plat. And now the execution comes in towards the A site. Can VKL and Lambert hold this one off once again?
It was a great molly, though, to delay. Oh, he peeks, but it doesn't really go the way he wanted it to. He knows they're pushing in, tries to readjust and hide so he can play from the site and go for these shots as he'll get the tag. Takes down one, but the double kill comes through. Nilzinho, Crucial, and Cyril all come in massively into this round. Jax and Hadji surely have to save. They are a dynamic duo, but they can't go for something as ridiculous as this. Hadji starts to make it work, though. Finds the initial frag on Pulse. Can upgrade to the AK as well.
They need another kill here. It's a 2 versus 3. They need to find the frag towards on the balcony or default. The problem is, you can see no one from Method peeking out. No one from Method wants to give away the advantage. And when they do, they land the shots. 3-2. And again, Method finding success towards the A side. It wasn't lucky this time. Obviously, prior round, shooting someone through the smoke, jumping headshot from Jenko. But this time it was.
Oh, Hadji. Warming up the hands, heating them up.
Exactly. Full eco now from EnVyUs. No Kevlar board. It's just going to be smokes, going for the old endpoint strat. Buy a lot of smokes and hope that the clock runs out, and Method are forced to go into your stack.
True indeed. Let's see what Method are going to do as well here. They can try and play a little bit more confident this one if they want to do so. Obviously, they know that it's probably just going to be close angles in play from EnVyUs here. They've also got Genko rocking the Mach 10 so he can get that cash builder going if he finds the odd few frags.
And you can actually bring this Mach 10 into the buy rounds as well. We've already seen success today with the SMGs. Cyril, he can outspots the head of EK and will land that headshot as well. Man advantage, but of course, this is still a very heavily favoured round in favour of the British side as they are playing versus the Eco.
Yeah, this should be theirs at the time, as they will work their way through. Lambert in position right now with a P250 actually, so he can just hold the close angle, try to tap down. That's that famous smoke as well. Obviously, just blocks it off, wastes so much time once again. That's basically the last utility left, as Pettisco only has one smoke remaining.
Yeah, that smoke will fade at 45 seconds. If they throw another one towards long, that's 30 seconds. The problem is, you now got players towards middle from Method, as before they were only towards long, which means these smokes won't really have too much of an impact.
Cool. Lambert playing on the close angle as the push will come through. He wants to try and charge in and take this fight against Crucial when the time's right. He plays around the smoke. Crucial just still waiting it out though, as he's going to wander back and forth. Meanwhile, his teammates are falling. Jax also go down. He strikes back through, but Pulse with a quick flick will find that headshot. Surreal as well. Very nice shot there to take down Haji.
Third buy round now of this first half. And all of them have been won, Jack, by Method. Let's see, are we going to be seeing a different setup now towards the A site from EnVyUs? Maybe see the AWP play towards Connect, have a rifle play towards A long. Maybe get some aggression towards B platform. If they can take control of B plat very, very early into the round, have all the information, rotate Pettisco towards the A site, have 3 towards A, that could be another hashtag key to victory.
Cheers, Robert, sir.
Cheers, Rob.
As they want to try and go for this push once again in towards the B-bomb site. Obviously, it will be a full stack, but with 5 players there ready to try and strike against us, see what they can do. They have the smokes to play, so they'll block off all the lines of sight on there, force the CTs to bend, and hope they can break them on the attack.
Execution comes to fruition now for Method. Jax towards default plan on the statue. Can he find a gap in these smokes?
Oh, Jax, you can see a little bit of panic here as he's trying to play around it, but doesn't know which angles are actually visible right now. He's trying to get that info out. Everyone very spooked on the side of EnVyUs. They're just spamming into nothing. The bomb will start to go down. He goes for the spam, but doesn't quite connect it. The bomb will be planted. Pulse finds the headshot as well. Surreal just going for the ridiculous spam there. Jax on the site. He's still playing around the pole. Tim and Haji to come in big as Jax gets another into this round as well. Pettisco down Surreal. It's all up to Crucial. Uncharacteristically, he misses the shot, and Haji will claim the frag.
One of the issues of using all your utility like that in the execution is you don't have anything left once the bomb is planted. They get the bomb down, the smokes fade, and it's so easy for EnVyUs just to walk into the site, get the kills, get the trades if they were needed. Usually when you take control of a site, you're then smoking off. You're smoking off electric, you're smoking off connector. You're delaying, you're denying the retake from the CT side, you're basically taking time off that clock. The problem is when you use 4 or 5 smokes in the execution, because think about it like this, Jack, you use 1 at the start, to smoke off platform. You then use 4 on the execution, or as a bare minimum 3. Suddenly you have nothing left to hold back the CTs in the retake.
Waiting for the push to come towards them into this round as well. Expecting to see if Lambert was going to go for a confidence peak. Obviously, he's just been playing the contact angle every time, as he will just hold and wait for them to come towards him. Oh, nice HE, but he second guesses it. The timing could be perfect. Now they've got very close, but Crucial peeks in. The molly, and HE does do a ton of damage. He survives on 10 HP, though.
He is low, but obviously that kill is far more crucial to their name as well. Man advantage off the back of the audacious play through the Molotov from the Dutchman himself. So, 1 minute 10 left on the clock. How are we going to see the change from EnVyUs? I mentioned before how important it is to have control of B platform, and right now Jax is doing it. But is he peeking for information here? So they smoked off platform. They have 2 players towards the A site. Pettisco taking control of drop. So Method, do they anticipate weakness towards the drop area or weakness towards platform? Which are they going to choose?
Spamming through. They are getting tags, though. Look how low some of these players are. So obviously Crucial with the initial confrontation left on 10. Genko's now been knocked down to 40 as well. This isn't great. They are going to go for the same play, though.
Flash comes in. Once that smoke goes, though, if Jax is still peeking, he might be able to find these guys off guard.
Oh, they've charged straight in. Nilzinho gets taken down by Jax. He's ready for more as well. It's just going to be a shooting gallery as they're just going to line up for him. Jax, a further frag through the smoke this time with Crucial. Genko will trade it back, but it's a 3 versus 3 in the round.
Petisco holding towards Electric. A good flashpoint comes out. Will actually allow Surreal to get that kill, but it's a fast trade there from VKL. 2 versus 2. Both the players are towards Rock.
Oh, Surreal caused an absolute havoc with that AK-47. A 1v1. Pulse going to get the bomb down in the nick of time so he can just play around it. Nice HE, though, but Pulse peeks it. Just goes for the power play. Headshot galore as he removes him.
Great grenade, but a greater headshot there to grant them another round. And that makes it all buy rounds so far. 1 from the British side. We've seen a very different EnVyUs this season, Jack. Obviously, last season they were heavy favourites throughout the regular season, only dropping 1 map versus Endpoint when Max had that crazy game on Cash, 35 kills, I think. But apart from that anomaly, there was nothing else that could test them. And coming to the second season, they're losing games left, right, and centre.
It's very true. It's weird to see. It was almost as if they deteriorated over the course of the season, of season 1, now jumping into season 2. Off to a bit of a rocky start. Is that going to continue? Are they going to tip the boat over?
But why is that? Why have they gone weaker with time? Usually you'd expect them to get better. Anyway, they're talking about better things as Jenko will find the headshot to VKL. It is the man advantage once again for Method, but obviously this is the eco from the CT side, so they are obviously the definite favourites going into the remainder of this round. It's likely that Method make this 5-4, and after losing that pistol, managed to bring this one back.
Lambert backing off as well as he just plays around Matrix right now. He's trying to listen out for the info. Method taking it very slow. Jenko needs to try and stay in the rear as well as he's so low. If they take him down, there's potential for them to grab that AK. The peek comes out, but crucial. A little bit set in between 2 mines, wasn't quite focused and couldn't find the frag.
Gives away his position as well. 3-man stack towards the A side from EnVyUs, leaving Jax alone again towards B. Pulse, if he can try and show presence towards platform, force a rotation from EnVyUs back towards the B side, there's going to be even greater odds for Method.
Surreal wanders out, but he's got actually peeks, but he finds their headshot. Is he ready for Haji's location? Though runs straight into it. 1 shot with the 5-7 can get the follow-up on Jenko. He was low, but he's still playing strong as he finds the spam with the AK. It's all up to Jax now. A 1v4. Surely it's just about doing damage at this point. You only have the Deagle, no real investment. You're not going to win the round, but just try and achieve something.
Yeah, Jenko and Ilzinho are low as well, which means 1 shot from that Deagle will take down those players. Oh, near miss there through the door from Crucial, but it's going to go 5-4 as predicted. As we're going to round number 10. Method bringing this one back and have the advantage now. And so far, I mean, when you contrast to what EnVyUs were doing on their T side as well, it seemed like EnVyUs were. It felt so easy for EnVyUs just to mow them down. We saw so many plays from EnVyUs where they would stack all together, 4 or 5 man, group plays towards the A side, 2 towards long, 3 towards middle. They get mowed down by Petisco, and of course Lambert. When they went towards B, they do the executions, the rushes, but they kept getting mowed down. Method with a very different style of approach. They're playing slow defaults. You heard it there from Nilsinho when the camera was on him. They're playing default rounds. It's a very different style of CS that EnVyUs like to play. And so far, it's definitely working.
Yeah, they just need to try and keep that up as well. That's the thing. They know how to read them. They've seen it in the past. Let's see if they can keep this one up. As in terms of the battle of attrition right now, it's going fairly equally. So the rebuys will come out. Team EnVyUs a little bit slightly more staggered on their buy. Not as much utility as they'd obviously love to have. And lacking 1 full rifle. They've only got the Famas on Petty's gun.
The aggression towards the A side. Pulse once again, the lone man towards B. Crucial will throw the Molotov out, peeks over it. This is what Fallen does as well. The reason being is, I'll talk about it a bit later, as he finds the first. Can he get the second?
Yeah, they try to push their way through. Surreal will be domed there by VKL. The flashbang goes out as well to try and keep him on his toes, but Nilzinho can get the trade as they've got the map control they needed.
So one of the little tricks that Fallen used to do was he'd molly out long, and the closer you are to a Molotov, the better vision you have over it. So you'd molly out the corner of long, you'd peek over it, and because you're peeking just behind it, you have perfect vision of the AWP on the other end, and he can't actually see you. Crucial. Obviously matching that, and does find the first off of it. But let's go towards long cubby. Will he be spotted out?
Oh, Haji with the kill. Tries to get back into a tight angle as well. Somehow takes down Cruz around the flank. Haji! Ridiculous stuff as he starts to go absolutely brutal into the round. How has he done that?
What? That might be the best play of all day. And look at that. Complete composure. Doesn't even care. It's just a what? It's just a Saturday to him.
That was huge.
Does he keep spraying as well? Let's see.
Ooh. Does he? Look at the flick.
Oh, disgusting.
That's why the girls love him.
Exactly. Round number 11, 5-5. CZ now for Surreal. 4 AKs at hand. And off the back of that crazy play from Haji, will be the 4 buy again for EnVyUs. as they get to 5 and match Method. Bomb, this time towards B, so they've tried the A site, they didn't like it. Even though they had early success there, they've realized that EnVyUs have been getting so much plat control, early information, and allowing themselves to have the 3-man rotation back towards those. So this time they'll be changing up the odds, going towards drop, and it's a good call so far as they have control.
Genko going to flashbang over through the smoke as they attempt to push their way in ever so slightly. Oh, there's the response. Obviously, they have that drop-down control, they're pent in, the choke points are still being held, and EnVyUs normally very effective at holding those close angles.
So there's 2 things that happen here. Method, they wait for the smokes to go and try to get a kill from drop, or EnVyUs push towards T-spawn, they get aggressive, they get information, and a stack comes in favor of EnVyUs. That's how both these sides can win.
Oh, and the close angle on the smoke here. PettyScale, you can see debating internally of how he actually wants to approach this one. They have the tree position in play as well. So Method, if they do go for this late round site take, it's going to be a little bit awkward to clear all these angles.
Time in there, just not in his favor. Ooh, from drop as well.
Pulse with the entry, I mean, that's brutal. Jax is really going to have his round stretched hard for him. Petty's going to only find 1 kill there back on towards Pulse, leaving it all up to Lambert and VKL now as they want to make their approach back in. Lambert has to push straight through a smoke as well. He will get past it, finds the flick, takes down Crucial as it's a 2v3. He's hoping to find more as well. They're pushing their way through. He has a ton of utility to aid them into this scenario, and they have the all-important kick. Gets the second headshot. Lambert going huge, leading by example for the side of EnVyUs. VKL ready to support, but Genko has no reason to face.
Lambert has the Molotov double flashbang and the kit as well. Molotov was connected, but unfortunately Genko is towards Electric. VK holding the angle.
Oh, Genko looks like he wants to pick at the timing. It could be perfect. He picks, saves his teammate. Lambert now unable to do anything. No smoke to aid him here. Has to tap the bomb. Will force the face. Nilzinho will win the duel. And Method get another round.
They're not happy. 6-5. I believe they died to the bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, mate.
I think so, mate. Yeah. So what that means is the money should be low. Oh my goodness, look at that. 2 UMPs, 3 AKs, their money is very, very low. Because of that, they're probably going to, they have bought as well. MP9 for Jax, it's going to be the force buy, the risky force buy at that. Ooh. If Method win this, they break the money of EnVyUs, and vice versa. If EnVyUs win this, they will shatter Method's money as they go for the B-rush. Risky. Oh my god.
Surreal, just giving Jax a hug, as he will eventually find and work out what's going on, spam away and get the headshot. Not too sure.
Pulse holding for the drop boost. Maybe timed here as he's waiting for a flank to come towards the A site. Instead, there's no push towards T-spawn. It's just the boost play, and he does actually still find the kill.
Yeah, that's pretty awkward. I think EnVyUs have realized as well, actually, we might as well just get out of here. We've invested into some armor, a little bit utility as well, and we have those weapons. We're not going to win this round. They have to back off and save.
No reason to try and go for that. You may as well save the pistols and the smokes and the Kevlar. Obviously, if you're on the T side and the bomb isn't planted and the timer goes out, you get no money. But the CTs, you always get cash into the next round. So for them, there's no reason to give away these weapons.
PettyScale goes down as well. PettyScale was the other player that had armor.
Kevlar, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a waste.
Obviously, he knows the money is low for Method, so they're trying to see if they can get exit kills. Issue is it doesn't work. What's the score going to be? 5-7, and Method should be met by a fairly weak buy as well. 2 sets of Kevlar onto Lambert. He's actually bought Kevlar. They've lost, what is it now? 1 round, 2 rounds. So they have 2.4k into the next one. So no one has 3,000 right now for the side of EnVyUs, which means Lambert is sacrificing Kevlar in the next round of the AWP to have Kevlar now, if you see what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Bit strange. Can't deny that. Then again, maybe the frustration is starting to show.
So the Molotov down. He's going to try and play on the close angle. Peek it out. Does go for the pre-fire. Is the 5-7 more effective if you just hold the angle rather than run with it? But he still makes it work. Gets the headshot off. Takes down Crucial. There's the trade back from Genko. But that's still 1 weapon out of commission.
I believe he can buy Kevlar now because of that. He's on 2.7 now. It's 3,000. So thankfully, does get the kill. We'll get the extra cash. And that will allow him to afford an AWP and Kevlar. But enough of that as we still are alive with this round. Round number 13. 4 versus 4 as Lambert goes 1 for 1. Still a UMP play for Surreal, so the money is so low for Method. And the problem is EnVyUs know, but they're so frustrated that they can't just break it as they have to go for these 2 weak buys.
Pushing their way back round. Obviously B site is going to be the object of attack here. Pulse wants to lead first as he has the support of the rest of the team. They still have a ton of utility as well, so they can try and take it a little bit slow if they wanted. They will set up, go for the on-the-fly smokes as they flash over as well. Going to charge straight in. Hanji hiding by Chicken Coop could be a little bit annoying into the late round. Spam coming out from Pettisco with the 5-7. He's getting tags, but nothing he can really convert any further. They haven't cleared Chicken though, so Hanji could be quite annoying. He gets the headshot off. Right now they're dominating it. Goes for the spam, but Nilzinho wins the fight. It's a 1 versus 2. They're grabbing weapons and they're pushing in hard and fast as they want to try and trade this back. Nilzinho trapped between a rock and a hard place. He will crumble away. EnVyUs get themselves a 6th round.
All it took was 2 to Kevlar and VKL with the CZ to get 3 massive kills. Finally picks up the AK. With just the upgraded pistol, was able to get the hat trick and deny the 8th round for Method. As I believe now that's what, 6 to 7? Let's take a look, I believe so. EnVyUs, after taking that first pistol, they had the 3-0 advantage. And from there, in these buy rounds, they've looked so lackluster. They've picked up this round here, and apart from that, 2 other rounds in terms of the buy rounds. And they've been scattered as well. Look at this. They've been reset, lose 2, reset, lose 2, reset. Well, potentially reset here on the 3rd time. Then again, 3rd time lucky. So maybe this time they'll string some rounds together. Yeah,
they need to try and get themselves something else to work with as well if you can get into this. Obviously, they go through a 9-6 half. That'd be very effective for them. They just need to play a good CT half at that point. But it's all swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, and grenades. Apparently it seems that all these teams are so much better on their T sides. VKL close range now towards long. With the backup of Pettisco this time, Lambert's taking the up towards the B side. And look at the aggression towards platform that he has. That's allowed for the rotation from Haji. And this is what I was talking about, Jack, having that 3-man rotation towards the A side.
Smoke's going to go down. So they will start to push in. Obviously crucial this time on with the rifle. He's only got 50 HP though. VKL, he's in a good angle. Crucial needs to clear it immediately. He has the support of Nilzinho. Flashbang goes in, but doesn't blind him. He gets the spray down. There is the trade from Neil, but there's a trade back from Pettisco, and they have bomb control. That is the worst case scenario, especially when Pulse gets removed.
Jenko and Surreal in the 2 versus 4. They have to try and retake this bomb, get it back in their grasp. A good smoke comes out towards long, which means it will deny them 15 seconds after they clear out Matrix and all these little angles.
Peeking through. Surreal actually with a long distance frag there on towards Jax as well. So the 2 most impactful players on this EnVyUs side just defending the bomb. If they go down, this could be very, very awkward.
Only 30 seconds to clear all of these angles. Get the bomb as well. That's a great flashbang. Jenko has to capitalize.
Oh, he lights them up, but he only gets 1. There's the headshot coming through. Pettisco can trade it. It's all up to Surreal. A 1v2. He can recover the bomb, but he's only got 15 seconds. He needs to beeline it towards the site.
I don't think he's going to be able to cross Lambert. If he misses the shot, then fair enough, but there's no time now. 6 seconds, maybe.
He can plant. No.
He had it. Oh, did he? He jumped for a 2nd time. That's so close. Then again, obviously, Pettisco would have denied the plant. Surreal will survive with his life. Doesn't plant the bomb as well, which means doesn't get the extra $800. 7 to 7 now. Off the back of that crazy CZ round for VKL. EnVyUs have now managed to finally, after 3 times, stack the rounds together. They get 2 on the trot and are going to the final round. It's 7 to 7 and all to play for. And this time, Method are the ones with that money.
Yeah, not looking great for them. Obviously, Cyril the only one with an actual rifle. The rest of them just on these pistols. A couple of Deagles, a Tech 9 and a CZ. Jenko actually removed as well.
Once again for EnVyUs, the man advantage. This time off of the AWP, actually. Lambert will fall back. Going to be seeing the rotations coming in as well through connector. 3 people here again.
Oh, Cyril connecting a headshot, takes down Lambert. They are slowly backing up. VKL as well with a HG, so Nilzinho will go down. A 3 versus 4 into the round. There's the peak from Cyril. He has to be so impactful into this. He's only got 16 HP to work with. The smoke goes down. He tags away as he is getting the shots off. And they actually start to back off. They've seen everyone.
Slowing this one down. The problem is they've used their last smoke towards connector. Once that goes, all they have is flashbangs. Pulse, the tree is blocking his vision. Actually, there's a play on top of APC, but didn't quite capitalize off of it. There's this one towards default as well. There's no flank coming in just yet. That's what Method are paranoid about.
Pulse. Oh, gets the shot, takes down Jax. Now it's more slightly fair game. 3 versus 3. They are very low, obviously. Could fall fairly quickly, especially when a peak comes out like that. VKL takes the fight, lands their headshot, removes Pulse. They're trying to just recover this AWP. Crucial now finally has it in his hands. He can be deadly with the weapon, an absolute prolific fragger. But with only 11 HP, is he going to be confident enough to go for the peaks? Goes for a wild shot towards connector, but doesn't quite land it. Now it's all up to him to just charge through. It's going to be an 8-7 half. EnVyUs lead the charge there.
Initially 5 to 7 down, but they managed to string 3 rounds together. and win that first half. Going into the CT half, sorry, the T side for themselves, they obviously won the first pistol. They got 3 rounds off the back of that. This could have been a much more one-sided affair in favor of Method if they had lost that. We saw Epsilon win both pistols and finish the second half in style. Oh, we're going to be seeing the game, same again here from EnVyUs.
It's true. What are they going to do? Obviously, as we work our way through, they're going to be
this was meant to
that aggression. Haji's flick here was just wide.
Must be paying a what, 2.5, maybe 3 cents to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy. Obviously, some crazy rounds that have happened so far. This is the CZ play and the PT50s coming into effect, but look at that, the drive by rock kill, essentially. These rounds that Method were losing afterwards, it felt like after they lost the pistols, I don't want to say tilted, but trying to force the issue almost. They were playing nice, slow, steady CS. They were getting success with it. They were grouping together. They were doing executions. And when they did the executions, it worked. The problem is, as soon as they got frustrated and flustered, and they were trying to go for those one-on-one duels, everything slipped away.
Yeah, the atmosphere does seem a little bit tense right now.
It does indeed. I mean, it's 8-7. It can't really be closer than that, Jack. Going to the second pistol. Method, they need this pistol to go to 10-8. EnVyUs, if they get this pistol and they go 11-7 up, then suddenly they have a massive advantage on the T half. They deny extra utility to the first buy round if Method force on the second round. So many little kinks that go into this. Let's see.
Take that drop-down control. Once again, obviously Lambert just making his presence known as he sprints his way in. Actually, he's just toying right now, making his presence known so that's seeded out in their mind. They are heavy stacked towards B as well. There's only one player at A. It's going to be up to Nilzinho to hold them off.
Trying to think about what sort of reads or preparation they can have here. Obviously, they know the opposition they have. They have a whole week to prepare. Have they watched their ECA games? Have they watched any of their previous games on Cobblestone? Trying to understand what their pistols are, or their CT pistol setups are.
Right now, making their way through. They're taking that control over my Matrix and obviously slipping up. EnVyUs, they have the smoke and the double flash to play with. PettyScale's going to be the one to set up for that. Let's see what he's going to do.
Smoke for connector. And here's the flashes as well. 2 flashes at that. Let's see if they're good ones.
Smokes of Bloom, they push their way in, but the flashbangs haven't done too much to the CT side as they will now push their way through. Straight onto the site. Nilzinho is trying to keep them at bay, but Haji actually overpowers him. Pulse and Crucial play together as a dynamic duo here. They're peeking through, but they've actually been left behind. There's still 5 players alive on EnVyUs, and they've just fallen back and played from further positions.
Man advantage for EnVyUs, and the retake towards the A side is so difficult. Forces of Kevlar as well for the T side, and Nilzinho, I believe it was the kit bearer, as right now Forces of Kevlar is going to do it for a Method.
Oh, Crucial getting the tags out though. Surely there's going to be a frag coming in soon. Everyone is so low on the side of EnVyUs, but Jax goes massive with a double kill. Lambert and VKL as well chime in. They lock it down. That's the opening pistol. That is not a pretty sight.
That's both pistols. That's a bit rude, mate, to Lambert.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, dear me. Anyway, yeah, both pistols won by the French side. Usually that's a nod in the direction to a victory in their favor. But then again, the 2-round advantage. Method on the CT side is not as if they're on the T side where they get the bomb down, they can save here by the next one. They're going to force into this. If they lose it, Jack, he'll go 10-7. Eco, 11-7. And once again, they're starting on the back foot.
Obviously, the MAT 10's coming out right now. They're going for the SMG play. So they want to just try and burst their way in, really get these rounds open, and get a lot of cash for it as well. Method playing the close angles with the CZs out so they can try and support each other.
Yeah, this is strange. Usually you see 2 SMGs at most, 3 rifles, because obviously these MAC 10s at range, not really the best weapons. You want to have those MAC 10s going first, have the AKs trade, sorry. Surreal trying to go for the jump peak towards platform. See if you can spot anyone from EnVyUs in that vicinity. Instead, they're going to be creeping up now. VKL leading the charge with the contact play with the AK, spots that one.
VKL still trying to further this right now as the Molotov comes in, but PettyScale will get that frag back on towards Surreal. Jenko, a little bit of distance between him as the push wants to come in. The flashbang is going to startle him, but not stop him as he will get the frag off, takes down VKL, but the response is strong. It's thick and fast for EnVyUs now as they brute force their way into the site. They blow it open fairly effectively. Nilzinho somehow finds the flick though as he gets that headshot off on Jax. It's a 2v2, but unfortunately Method are so low. Nilzinho on 9 HP, Crucial on 2. They're barely staying alive.
30 seconds left, the bomb is towards Chicken Coop. Haji trying to spam the smoke. Find this killer to Nilzinho. Crucial towards Rock on 2 HP as well. One shot, gust the window, take him down. They can try boost towards Tree. The problem is EnVyUs are ready for him. Oh, are they trying to go back towards... Do they anticipate the bomb go back towards A?
doesn't matter what they anticipate at this point because they can't defend themselves against the bullets that are coming out of Pettyscale's barrel. That's the double skill. The double skill?
Kind of scale, double
skill.
Yeah. Double skill, yeah.
Sure. Why not?
Sure, yeah. Same. Anyway, 10-7. And the 180. The old Hajj. Round number 18. It will be the eco for Method. Crucial has $3,000, so we can buy the AWP into the first buy round. We know how important that AWP is for the side of Method, especially the CT sides as well. If you remember Train, it was basically the Crucial show. That was their only win so far in the Elite Series versus Prophecy.
Yeah.
And from there, it's fallen fairly flat.
It has done. It's not looked too great at all. Obviously, the reinvestment comes out, so Jax is going to go for the AK. They stick on the two MAC-10s that they had. Ooh, set themselves up towards mid. They're risking it, Snods.
Going for the VP stack, 4 players towards mid-ramp. Let's see if Pettyscale gives away his life versus this.
Tag's coming through. So Pulse, the only player not grouped up with him.
Oh,
right
no.
Oh, the push from behind. Lambert, he whiffs it all, does throw away the advantage that he possibly could have had, but there's the trade back at the very least from Pettyscale as he connects the headshot on Surreal. They've also now gone for the play towards the B-bomb site. Hajj should make the call known that they can try and slip their way in now because the timing's going to work in their favor. Nilzini also gets dropped. Surely not another frag for Hajj here. He's an absolute monster with his MAC-10.
These SMGs trying to farm up as much cash as possible. Going into these buy rounds, they want money to play with. There you have it. 2, 3. Round number 19, 11-7. As we're going to be seeing the second half buy rounds now. Do you speak any French, mate?
No. Do you?
No.
Well, that was pointless.
Bit of trivia, mate. Got to ask.
Back into
Don't
the
ask,
action.
don't receive. Round number 19. Sorry, cut off. Where were you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, a bit
Well,
lost.
Yeah, it's all right,
I'm
mate.
in France.
From the old ocean breeze. Anyway, what's that smoke? Is that connector smoke? Can we follow this smoke, please, Keita? This is a jump throw, surely. Walk, jump throw, and
Connector?
ooh, that takes a while.
That's a late bloomer.
There you go. Anyway, Nilzini towards top middle. Let's see what we can find.
Oh, pushing their way out. Jax for the entry, though, as he's fast on the trigger, finds the initial headshot that he dearly needs. Crucial's in position by Wood as he has the AWP out. The timing could be awful. Finds the initial headshot, though. Takes down Hadji, ready for more, but he's getting shot from both angles. They bound through, but he gets Leon. Takes him down. He's still hungry for these frags. It's a 2 versus 3, and somehow Jax has made it to B.
And Lambert as well, apparently. Somehow, someway, Method been bamboozled as the B side's up for grabs now. Lambert playing close range towards connector door with the MAC-10. This is the weapon you want in this scenario. Gets spammed through the door, but it doesn't actually get tagged down by any bullets. Man advantage, but this MAC-10 can do havoc.
Can do. Oh, Lambert does play. Really gets the headshot as well. Lambert with the double and a free AWP.
No way. Think about the money difference that makes. You win with the MAC-10s, you carry for those SMGs, you have the money as well, you pick up and open the rifles. My goodness. Round number 20 now. And that's such a nice strat from EnVyUs. It's almost as if they know how much they love their SMGs. Yeah. They plan for those strats. You have the smoke. One of the things that happens is you get that kill towards middle, and there's what? 3-4 second delay where you smoke connector. Instead, he smokes it from outside A long. At that time, there's no delay in terms of the push towards middle. It's just full force. 100 miles an hour up mid-ramp, and it caught Method off guard. Even though there's 2 crazy kills from Crucial, an incredible split-second decision there from Lambert does secure them their 12th round.
Yeah, that was very nicely played in the late round. So it's obviously just smart initiative on both players to decide to play it out like they did. Pulse trying to go for the early frags, though, as he's just spamming away the Deagle. If he randomly gets a free frag here, then it'd be a nice little opener.
Oh, still trying to line that up. It's going to be 4 AKs, AWP onto Lambert. For the side of Method, they're going to go for the not even a quasi-buy. It's going to be an eco. Only one set of cap down to Surreal. Deagle onto 1 player. 3 CZs and a PT50, but these CZs have really been prevalent so far.
Molotov's going down. They are going to try and go for this play. Obviously, Pulse coming in back into position as well. It's a heavy stack on this B site. Everyone is there. It's going to be a Royal Rumble.
Molotov comes out towards stairs. Pulse going to be hiding towards Cubby, but Cyril's tested first. Gets one, goes to the second and lands it.
Oh, the pistol's coming huge into the round as everything's coming up Method right now. It's all up to Haji, but he's trapped between so many players. It's awkward, he can't quite focus. Crucial take him down. EnVyUs not getting that 13th round so easily.
12-8. That's a big round to win as well. We saw the CZ round 1 for EnVyUs in the first half, and now actually Method managed to bring their own. The Eagles and the CZs able to capitalize off of the lack of utility, I guess. There's no flashbangs there from EnVyUs, just dry peaks. Maybe some overconfidence, which we definitely saw from EnVyUs last season, if you remember that game versus Prophecy, the old Prophecy lineup.
Yeah, it is true. That's right now. What are they working with here? Obviously just making a little bit of noise. Obviously the bomb rotating back around towards that A bomb site. Seems like they're playing it a little bit slower into this one. Lambert also scoped in with the Orpi. Can try and push up as they want to try and take that split push in towards A.
1 minute 20 on the clock still. Bomb outside middle. Going to be leading VKO alone towards drop. We've seen that boost again. We saw Jenko have the crazy play, but this time it actually doesn't get checked and Nozino capitalizes off of it. Finds the kill on a pedestal. It's going to be the man advantage for Method.
Odd to not clear an angle like that. If you're into this, somehow Nozino is what keeps it going. Gets a second kill. They should have been ready for that.
Must have been the silencer on the stage. Obviously, the tiny little noises don't get heard. Some footsteps. USP. And of course, the M4A4S. Anyway, 4 versus 3. 50 seconds left now for EnVyUs, so they have the Mantis advantage. They have to make this work. They have to find the kill in middle. And Pulse is that opening, but actually instead he capitalizes and finds that kill. 4 versus 2. This might even be a save from EnVyUs.
Yeah, you'd think so in this scenario. Obviously VKO and Lambert actually still trying their luck ever so slightly. They've only got 30 seconds left. This is surely unachievable, but they go for it anyway. VKO gets the opening frag, takes down Pulse. They just want to continue in. They're going for the hard push. They want to just try and make this play work somehow. Crucial gets the initial frag though. Should be a response. You imagine it'll be in the favor of Method. Surreal tiptoeing around, spots out Lambert, spams away. He will fall as they take him down. Another round for Method. What are they going to do with that secondary AWP?
Most likely one up towards A, one up towards B. We'll be seeing Surreal go for the secondary AWP or Jenko. Obviously in the former lineup, it was Jenko wielding that main AWP. And obviously they passed it around to Pulse and to Weber and whatnot, depending on the map.
They've actually just stuck with it. They didn't want to take the secondary AWP. They're just going to keep the one in a crucial.
There you go. Obviously, the only time we've seen double setup from Method was on Cash, CT sideways, Pulse towards B, and Crucial towards middle. Anyway, though, Team EnVyUs, they've tried that A site, but it hasn't really worked for them just yet. Might go for the double down towards B. It's going to be the Felica, though. No Kevlar right now for the French side. Just going to upgrade the pistols. Smoke and flashbang for Lambert, so he can what? Smoke the cross, smoke out connector maybe, smoke out speedway, and try and flash out these pistols.
Shots coming in early. They are just spamming down with these pistols, just alerting them of what is going on.
Just waiting, aren't they? Smoke's going to fade as well towards platform, and Cyril can peek over, get some information. Can you even try to jump? Can you even see over that? I don't think he can.
No, it doesn't seem like it. Not from his POV.
So, Smoke does fade. Mono goes out towards Carby. Just going to be clearing out platform. It seems like the play from EnVyUs is going to be towards drop. There are 2 players outside A. Issue here is trying to go for an A split, where you're going for these long range angles is so difficult.
Hadji looks like he wants to just try and risk it a little bit here.
Oh,
Test the waters towards drop down. He does actually get in as well, just with the timing. So Pulse reposition. Somehow Hadji finds that headshot and gets the entry on Pulse.
Nilzinho as the backup of Crucial's AWP, the Jenko towards Electric, trying to see if he can equalize the numbers. It's still the man advantage, but as I say, that Nilzinho finds one. Somehow through the smoke has been tagged.
Oh, more frags going the way of EnVyUs. What are they doing with these pistols? Crucial's the only one to try and have an answer to it. VKO just toying with them right now. Surreal and Crucial, the 2 remaining members on that CT side. Crucial plays from the site, picks up the AWP, gets one with a fast flick. Surely that was the impactful factor they needed. There is no time. Hadji has to push on and risk it as he rips off the shots with his M4 that's right below him. He doesn't know where he is. Crucial finds the kill. Method stay alive.
360s. When I thought it was on FaZe Clan with those plays. Crazy, crazy as well. The risk he took. He jumps on top of default as well. Just before that shot, he jumps on default, sees no one, does a 360, sees someone, crouches down, goes for that crazy flick.
Hits him with the unzoom as well.
Hit one button on his mouse down. Number 23 though. 12 to 10. A Method win around they probably shouldn't have in the crazy 2 versus 4. Fast play towards B though. This is going to be the B rush. Can Method hold this?
Brute force. Let's see if it works out from they slip their way in. Surreal get the first, though, as they now have the double AWP set up in commission. It's working well, but it's only going to be one kill they receive from it. There's the spray from Genko, though, as Jax will get caught off as he was trying to bypass him. VK will go for a massive spray down, though, as he finds the first headshot. Crucial returns fire with the AWP. A critical shot that was needed to be connected. They're going to go for the counter boost, I imagine, though. PettySkull in the elevated angle.
Method should expect this, though. Crucial towards Rock. Genko as well there. Outside connector, PettySkull trying to see if he can find a head, find an entry, find something to aid them. Spots out Genko off guard. Crucial as well goes down. And now it's all down to Nilzuni. He wins the duel initially. But now it's a 1 versus 1. Bomb on Lambert's back. Has no utility, can plant. The question is, how does Nilzuni play this one?
The battle of the IGLs. Lamberts take the face. He wants to try and go for the fight, but Nilzuni gets the shot. Massive plays as he leads by example. I told you those big shoulders to come in handy. Cheers.
Yes, exactly. 12-11. Mental plays, Daz. Just describe.
4 assists, dude.
It was 4 assists, dude. What you mean, dude? Oh, dearie me. Mr. Tom Jenkinson currently sitting on 3 assists, so they actually didn't.
He lied.
4. Yeah,
he's lied.
He's a liar. Gosh. Anyway, 12-11. Mac 10 for Jax. Not on Haji this time. That's strange. Usually, used to seeing that weapon on Haji instead. He's so good at that gun as well. He seems like he's so good at abusing the mechanics of the movement and the jumping. Nevertheless, how close that round was, EnVyUs is going to try it again towards B.
Just holding these close range angles right now as they do set themselves up. They have the utility to play with. They can try and take it a little bit slower into the round. Genko in a great angle as well. If they don't want to top him off, it can be so easy for him to find a couple of critical frags. They do go for the molly, but Surreal peeks out first. Huge tags being done, and a kill somehow comes in. They haven't taken Surreal down yet. He's only just fallen, and Genko has also caused a ridiculous amount of havoc. It's this classic position to play from. Genko to brutal frags. It's all on Jax at 12 HP. What can he really achieve with this Mach 10?
Minute to play for. Bomb towards platform. He's in Speedway, gets spotted out. 12-12, and EnVyUs looking lifeless now as the momentum has definitely swung in favor of Method. EnVyUs need to get the win back in their sails because otherwise they'll be falling short. They had the 12 to, what was it, 7 advantage, I believe? They win the second pistol, they win the first, they win both pistols, they win the second buy round as well. That's crazy. And somehow, some way, Method bring this one back after the crazy round win with those CZs.
This is big as well. The snow they're now in, they're going to get that 13th round basically for free at this point. I mean, you can't fully count EnVyUs out because when they have had Mach 10s, they've still have ridiculous plays, and it is on the troublesome boys in blue themselves. Jackson Hadley, they can be quite naughty.
Smokes come out towards B. Gonna go down fast, down drop. Pulse gonna be tested again.
Oh, Pulse holding them back. Jax actually goes for a team kill there, but then eventually will redeem it, takes down Pulse. Nilzini also comes in with 2 massive frags as he cuts off the rotate. It's all on VKL and Haji. This is going to be their 13th round at this point. Ooh. There is the trade, luckily.
We saw a 3K from VKL. It's one of the massive rounds that EnVyUs won. Can he try to replicate that right now? We'll get the drop on Crucial. Can go for a knife as well if he wants some extra cash.
Oh, timing is a little bit awkward, but somehow VKL the double. Unsure what has just occurred there. Switches back out to the M4 right now as he's going to push in. Genko, it all depends on the timing here, really. He has given away his location as he fires off those warning shots.
He can go A, he can just run A. The bomb source connect, he's picked it up. And then the A side's up for grabs as Genko realizes I think he does.
Does he have the info? He must know. Is going to reposition back around. The call must have been made at the location of the bomb, so he will try and clear these angles and get to the site quickly. Smoke goes down. Look at the utility VKL has as well. He's got a molly and double flash.
Genko flashes and probably going to go through the smoke as well. VKL's not blind, lines him up. And I think we heard Method there screaming. They thought that Genko found him. And of course, met by size. 13-12. VKL with a 1 versus 3 with that CZ. I mentioned before, can he replicate it? The answer is yes. The readjustment there to Nilzini is so crisp and a long spray battle. But VKL does prevail. 13-12, and this game is so close.
Odd round.
It was indeed. And the thing is as well, Jack, one player survived for EnVyUs. Their money is breakable. They can reset them here for Method. If they win this one, make it 13-13, suddenly they can get to 14-15 versus those weak buys. This is the round, the championship round, essentially.
It's true, there's a lot to play for here. It's going to be very important to see who actually does pick this one up to determine how the game will develop. Crucial just waiting for a push towards mid as well. PettySkull is there, but he's not edging out far enough. Oh, Crucial goes to the wall shot just the wrong time. Couldn't quite connect the wall bang as well. It was close, but unfortunately he doesn't get it.
Bomb once again, outside drop. Seems like both these teams and their T sides have been quite favouring controller drop. The reason being is, of course, it makes it a lot easier to go for the splits towards B and A. And of course, when you have controller drop as well, it forces a weird setup towards the B site from Method. Also should drag a player from A as well to hold window. So they're trying to apply as much pressure as possible, take control of the map where they can.
Smoke's coming in. All sorts going on towards B. You can see everyone's a little bit dubious about what is actually going to occur here. No one's quite certain in how this play will develop. Push coming out, Jenko with the timing, but he still finds the frag, even with the awkward peek, but Jack's going to be able to trade it back. Surreal as well, caught off guard by VKL. It's all on Pulse here, really, to actually buy them time to play, as they're close. They're pushing on towards the site right now. Pulse panics, but he still makes it work. Eliminates Jax, nearly the follow-up frag as well. Lambert going for the bomb plant now.
Does get a bit of a tag there through the smoke. It's going to be the 1 versus 3 now. Lambert last alive. No AWP this time, just the AK lines. Up one, but doesn't connect it. 13 to 13. The bomb was planted though for EnVyUs, thankfully. Because if it wasn't, that would be a... Well, it is still the full reset, but even harsher that.
EnVyUs looking like they might be letting their chances slip away right now. Another win going to be going the way of Method. They're very close. It's all tied up. It's all to play for. Obviously, as you said as well, their economy was very fragile.
Mac 10 for Haji. And for Lambert as well. What gun has Pedescal got? Just a CZ, so
Ooh.
This is a weak buy. 2 AKs, 2 Mac 10s and a CZ. Early smoke to come out towards Speedway. They're going to be doing the B plat smoke, not even the B plat, the B site smokes from T-Spawn. This is a fast rush, just like the one we saw towards A.
They're just going for it as well, but they will be slowed down as the Molotovs come in. They do actually just opt to push straight through. They've extinguished it with the smokes. They can get into the site. It just depends if Method have read this correctly and understood the players. They go for the counter boost as well. Jenko, I believe he just spot ahead there. So Surreal pushing straight through, going to try and play around it on the other end of the smokers. They will peek out, but Jax is the first kill. Jenko takes down Haji, but he needs more. He will fall to Lambert. A ridiculously long-range frag coming out with a Mac 10 right now, as everything is going wrong for Method, Snods. It's a 3 versus 2. Nilzinho and Crucial have to retake this. Crucial gets the shot off on VKL. Nilzinho hungering to try and find these frags as well. Crucial pushes behind. He could go massive, but he misses the flick. Petty's going with the CZ. The double comes out. EnVyUs win the round.
These CZs are so crucial for these wins. It seems like every single time a big play happens, Jack, it's off the back of these pistols. And somehow, some way, again, the pistols prevail. That's a frustrating round to lose as well. If your Method, you had to get 14. That was the force buy from the side of EnVyUs. If they won that, they've won the game, Jack. It goes 14-13. The versus Nico 15-13. They have 2 chances of closing out regulation, but instead now, off of the clutch plays and the weak defense towards the B side from Method, we're going to be seeing the advantage back in the court of EnVyUs. It's going to be Deagle onto Jenko, 3 CZs, and then 4 onto Nozinho. Is this the force buy? Can we see the money, please, real quick? Kita. Yeah, this is the force buy. This is all to play for now for Method. And they have such a big disadvantage in terms of firepower and utility. There's no kits as well right now for the CT side, so they definitely could have just thrown away this game, this map, off the back of that 1 loss towards B.
Smoke going to come in, but Surreal just opts to play on the close angle against it. It's so unfortunate as well. Nilzinho being the only one that actually has a firearm into this round, so the rest of them just on those pistols. They don't really have too much range to play with. If Neil goes down, it's going to be such a tricky round for them to actually get anything going.
He was playing towards there, though, thankfully. So, Crucial, close towards one of the CZ, playing the close quarters angle with that upgraded pistol. Nilzinho trying to watch and hold that smoke, warding off any aggression that EnVyUs are going to throw towards him. We'll go for the re-smoke, so we'll delay the push for 15 seconds, unless EnVyUs want to try and flash and burst the smoke. Usually that's so prevalent, or successful, sorry, versus an AWP. But Nilzinho on this M4 could definitely prevail. The problem is, he's got a silenced M4, 20 bullets, Jack. In this scenario, he needs 30.
Oh, they're getting ready to push their way straight through as well. Nilzinho is there, but Crucial gets the opening frag. Nilzinho goes big with one as well, but couldn't quite get the second off. Lambert takes him down with a close range AWP. There is a CZ waiting inside, lying in wait, but Crucial as well arms himself with an AK. Jenko comes into effect with a Deagle. It's a 1v3 now for Petty. So surely he doesn't win this. Method pick it up. Somehow they're going neck and neck with these rounds.
How on earth have they managed to pull that one through again? These pistols are so good. 1 kill from the M4 is what it took.
I can do it.
Do you think you can do it, Jack?
I mean, he says he can do it. So can he do it?
I don't know, mate. You're asking the wrong person.
Right. How'd you look very small there?
Did he?
Yeah. Little tidbit for you. Absolutely broken in terms of cash, Nods. They've got nothing left. They've spent it all. They are begging on the streets for donations.
They've looked at their bank balance, and there you have it, facepalm.
Sad Lambert on 8.
Still waiting for their... I can't remember what it's called anymore. There goes that joke.
Nice.
Nice.
Everyone they look shell-shocked, by the way.
My goodness.
Just getting flashbacks that previous round.
Yeah, I know. It's like back to now. I'm like, whoa. Oh, dear.
They're absolutely wounded. They're not even saying anything.
Then again, sometimes what happens when you do lose rounds like that, the best thing is not say anything because you don't want to be lashing out at other people. Why did you
bottle up the anger?
Yeah.
And you hold on to it until you get home at night and you cry. And that's what they're going to do. Method, though. They're feeling it. They're looking good.
EnVyUs, though.
The opposite of that.
Whatever that is.
Even the Sky looks a bit sad.
Oh, there you go, Jenko grinning away.
There's a nice little smile. It's quite cheeky.
Exactly, one for the ladies. Very stark contrast in terms of the body language and how these players are looking. 14, and even, that's the thing. What's crazy, Jack, is the scoreline is the exact same. Both teams are neck and neck, but you can see the body language and the difference. Method think they've won this. And let's see if they have. Fast play towards the B side from EnVyUs. Can Method finally hold it?
Let's see if it is going to work out like that. Oh, cheeky little angle from Cyril there as well as he was on top of the rock, but wasn't going to find it. Yeah, but eventually he will get the spray down as he gets one. Neil the second as well. He will fall to Haji. The MAC-10 always comes in strong for that boy.
4 versus 4. Bomb close towards Cubby. What's going on? The boost comes out towards Street, but Crucial finds the kill.
This is very awkward stuff. It's definitely not going the way they wanted it to. Nice Molotov as well. Haji forced to play, but he gets the kill on Crucial as he sprints out VKL after tapping away quite ridiculous. He'll get that frag, but Jenko trades it back. It's all on Penny Scale. 30 HP to deny match point. A 1v2. He's given his position away, as you said, and the bomb is down in such an awkward location.
They've given up bomb control. He needs to find an AK and an M4 to try and find some success. Finds Lucinio, goes for the tag, goes for the Chico Peak, but doesn't quite secure it. 15 to 14. 1 round away from closing the sound regulation. If it goes 15 to 15 and they let this one slip, we'll be seeing our first. I think this is our first overtime. I think we've seen one.
We've seen one, yeah.
I can't remember who it was versus, yeah.
Can't remember.
Actually, have we?
Probably.
I don't think we have.
Don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows anything?
Exactly. It's not what we're here for, mate. 15 to 14. Method match point. And we got one chance to let this one slip. As I mentioned before, we'll go to overtime. Deagle for VKL. Jax on the Tech 9. Don't really see that weapon too much, especially in this game as well. It's all been the CZ. As it will be 4 rifles in the open to Crucial. Strong weaponry from the British side. And for EnVyUs, what is the plan of action? Maybe an A split through drop. Try and get these guns in close range quarters towards window, towards electric.
EnVyUs now. They're going to go for the burst. Cyril gets the opening kill. This is a good omen, setting them up to try and win the round here, as it's just the way they would have wanted it to go. Obviously, this MAC-10 on Haji could be fairly annoying, though, if he gets into a good angle, but still, frags are coming through. Cyril with a second, Cyril with a third as well. Pulse, if he gets this follow-up frag on Jax, they've done it all. He will go down, but it's all up to Jax now. 32 HP to try and stop this round win and get into OT, but they let it slip. There was Method to the madness. Method pick up the victory. A 16 to 14 scoreline. Nilzinho absolutely buzzing off of that victory.
As you mentioned it there, 16 to 14, such a close game as well. Well fought by the British side as they were down 12 to 7. They brought it back time and time again. It seemed like that round 1 via those pistols.